everybody. Welcome back to your program. Really excited to be with you guys again. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about how to teach an exercise. The first time you're learning to teach, and also the first time a client's learning an exercise. Maybe it's the first time they've ever done Pilates. So one of the biggest challenges a new teacher has is how to communicate simply and effectively to a new client. So one of the big pitfalls of a brand new teacher is that they talk too much. They say too much. They simply want you to lift your arms to the ceiling, and they go on and give you an entire dissertation on how to do that, where simply if you just said arms to the ceiling. So basically a noun and a verb. We use the terms at Peak Pilates that less is more. We also use economy of words. That's what we're going to look at today. So a new client, if you think about it, as well as a new teacher, is coming in and learning an exercise for the first time. They're really just looking at that broad, big picture. They're just trying to know what needs to go where, just the very, very, very big picture. We start out with what we call first words. So if you want to get out your notebook, if you don't have it, this is a great time to write down some things. We're going to talk about what first words are. The very first thing is you name the exercise. For instance, if I was going to do one-legged circle, I would say one-legged circle. And you name the exercise before they begin doing it. And this way, that will help them start learning the memory and the order and the names of the exercise. And eventually, when you say one-legged circle, they'll know where they're going and they can begin to get into the exercise quicker and not have to wait for all your cues. Second is the setup. This is simply setting up the exercise, telling what needs to go where in very simple words. For one-legged circle, for example, again, you might be lying down flat on the mat. You'll just say, lift your leg to the ceiling, flex the bottom foot. That's the setup. That's what you are doing right before you start to actively moving and execute the exercise. So next is execution. And that is simply getting the exercise into motion with very simple and direct words, simple and direct cueing. For one-legged circle, you might simply say, circle your leg around, circle your leg around, something as simple as that. Then we add what is called a stabilization cue. Stabilization is also often referred to as a powerhouse cue. And this is where we keep the movement safe and connected. So in one-legged circle, maybe their hips are wiggling. So we might say, pull your inner thighs together. Or we might say ribs to the mat. It just depends what's happening in the body. Then you want to keep the exercise moving and let them finish the reps so that they're getting their workout, because actually, as we know, Pilates is a workout. After that, we do our transition. And the transition is generally what we do to come out of the exercise. So the transition for the one-legged circle might be lie the leg down to the mat. And then you're ready to set up for the next exercise. So we're going to demonstrate some of these with a few of the exercises, and you can play along on the mat and try it out. And afterwards, it'll be really fun for you to try to teach yourself these exercises following these protocols. The very first exercise we're going to do is the 100. And I'm going to have Mark come in, and he's going to be my body. So come on in, Mark, and meet everybody. Woohoo!
Hi, everybody.
This is Mark Gates. He works here at the Austin Pilates Barn, and he's a Peak Pilates comprehensive instructor. So he's been through the program, and he's going to demonstrate. And he doesn't know what we're doing, so he's just going to be doing exactly what I tell him. So we're going to have some fun. So I'm going to set him up first, and we're going to begin with 100. I'm just going to ask him to simply lie down on the mat. Bend your knees, feet are together. All right, so now we're ready to set up the exercise of the 100. I'm going to say the name of the exercise first, the 100. Going to get it into the setup. Lift your head up off the mat. Bring your knees to your chest. Extend your legs out to 45 in a Pilates V. So now he's set up for the exercise. Next, we will do the execution, which is simply pumping the arms. He's going to pump his arms. And because this is a breathing exercise, I'm going to add breath to the execution. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm gonna give them a stabilization or a powerhouse cue. Pull your ribs to the mat and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull the ribs to the mat and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna keep them moving, keep on pumping. Exhale one more time. Name the exercise where he's going, the roll up, and then transition him out of this exercise. Lower your legs, lower your legs, and lower your head down to the mat. And now he's ready for his next exercise. All right, let's try that a little bit quicker, and I'm going to say each of the steps. All right, so bend your knees, place your feet on the mat. So now we're ready. We've done some fundamentals. We're about to begin his session. I'm going to do the setup. Lift the head off the mat. Bring your knees to your chest. Extend your legs out to 45. That was the execution. The setup, excuse me. Now we're going into the execution, pumping the arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Stay with me, 4, 5. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stabilization. Pull the lower abs into the mat and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keeping it moving. I'm just going to keep them going. Keep pumping. I'm going to say last one so he knows we're ending. Name the exercise we're going to. The roll up. Have him come out of it. Lower the feet to the mat and lower the head to the mat. And that's the 100. Now I'll try it without telling you guys that I'm doing the name, the setup, the execution, and see if you can follow along. Go ahead and bend your knees. Lift your head off the mat. Bring your knees to your chest. Extend your legs out to 45. Begin pumping your arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying with me, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pull the lower ribs into the mat and exhale. Keep pulling those lower ribs in and exhale. Last one. The roll up. Lower your feet down, lower your head down. And I've now taught him the 100. I want you guys to practice this later and see if you can teach yourself with it using your first words. We're going to continue along with this with the roll up. So now I need to set up the roll up because he's transitioned out of it. I've already said the name, the roll up, before I had him transition out of it, so I don't need to repeat that. So now I'm going to set up the roll up. So I'm going to have him flex his feet in parallel position. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. Now we will do the execution. Lift the head up off the mat. Roll up. Roll back down. Arms go overhead. Arms go to the ceiling. Roll up. Roll back down. Again, this is the execution. Arms go overhead. Arms go to the ceiling. Now I'm going to think of a good powerhouse to stabilize him. I'm thinking I want him to really pull in those inner thighs. So I'm going to have him roll up, roll down, pull those inner thighs together, arms up, roll up, pull those inner thighs together, arms go overhead, arms come up, inner thighs up, inner thighs down, arms overhead, arms up. I'm going to say the name of the exercise he's going to next, which is the one-legged circle. I'm going to have him transition out of this exercise, arms to the mat. And then he's completed that exercise. So let's try it a little faster. I'll do the first words and what they're called, and we'll see how that goes. So he just finished the 100 line here. So I'm going to do the setup. Flex the feet, arms to the ceiling. The execution, roll up, roll back down. Arms overhead, arms up. Powerhouse cue. Inner thighs up, inner thighs back down, arms overhead, arms up. Let it flow. Up with the thighs, down with the thighs, arms up, arms overhead. Rolling up, roll back down, and arms go up, and arms go to here. Now I'm going to name the exercise he's going to, one-legged circle, and then transition him out, arms to the mat. All right, I'm going to do this up to tempo now. So he's in the 100, he just came out of the 100 and transitioned the 100. I've already said the roll up, so here we go. Flex the feet, arms to the ceiling. Roll it up, roll back down, arms go overhead, arms come up, roll it up, roll back down, arms go overhead, arms come up, inner thighs pull you up, and roll back down, arms overhead, arms up, inner thighs up, inner thighs down, overhead, and up. Last one, roll up, roll down, the one-legged circle, hands to the mat. So that's how you teach your first exercises. So we're going to put it together, the 100, into this exercise using my first words. So his knees are bent and he's about to begin. Here we go. The 100. Lift your head off the mat. Bring your knees to your chest. Extend your legs out. Begin pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying with the rhythm, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower ribs into the mat and exhale nice and deep. Keep the ribs into the mat and exhale. Keep it moving and pumping. Ribs deeper into the mat. Last set. The roll up. Lower the legs, lower the head, arms to the ceiling. Flex the feet. Chin to the chest, roll up, roll back down. Arms overhead, arms come up, roll up, and roll back down. Arms overhead, and arms come up. Inner thighs, and roll back down. Arms overhead, arms come up. Inner thighs, and roll back down. Arms overhead, arms come up. One more. Inner thighs pull you down. One-legged circle, hands to the mat. And then I'd set up one-legged circle. All right, Mark can relax. So you can relax now if you want. You can hang out here or whatever you want to do. So that's an example of first words. You'll be adding other cues as you go and they know the exercise. So if he already knows what the roll-up is and he can set up into the roll-up, I'm not going to tell him what the roll-up. In the 100, if he starts pumping right away and he's doing great, he's got his ribs to his mat, I might add later on a correctional cue. Might be pull your right shoulder down. I might add an image, pump like you're fanning out a fire. So you start layering in cues as you, as a new teacher, grow in your stages of learning, as well as you, as your client goes and grow with your client. So it's really exciting. So what I'd like you to do when you're done today, of course, this is going to be moved over. You can go and get your homework and write it up into the comments. And I want you to try to teach these two exercises to yourself and see how it goes and see if it's really challenging or what happened, and just leave some comments and let us know how it went for you. And I did want to remind you that if you're interested in learning more and becoming a Pilates teacher and pursuing this, that I'd really like to help you and support you and guide you through your journey. You have the links to our next level 1 session in your workbook page, as well as links to all the information, the pricing, and everything that you need to know. And we have a little special going on, as you guys know. If you sign up by Friday, you get a free in-person session with one of our trainers right here. It can be virtual, but if you're in town, it would be really great if you came in and got to experience that. And that's a $70 bonus to go with your module 1. So please go ahead and sign up by Friday if you'd like to do that. And I'd be honored for you to continue and join in with our program. Anyways, have a great day and good luck trying to teach us exercises. I can't wait to hear what happens. Thanks, you guys.